artists sampling music now. How do you feel about, like, how you feel about it?
If you do it right, you could do it right. But a lot of people, it's so watered down that I feel like it's a cop out to real artistry. Like a lot of people just get a sample and they know the sample itself go crazy and they're not adding to it. Yeah, they're not adding to it. And that's why I said specifically, like, it's my favorite because not only do I love Pretty Ricky, but I'm bringing something new and I'm adding to it, so I'm making it my own. So when you listen to it, you're not like, damn, I need to listen to the other song. You're like, I like this one. You know, no disrespect or nothing, but they're not adding to it. Like, say how Juice WRLD, Lucid Dreams, he had a sample, he added to it, he elevated the song and made it his own. I appreciate when people do that. Or when, like, it's just a sample to be a sample, I'm going to forget about it because there's so many of them. And like Prince said, you know, people just, it's going to be a sample of a sample of a sample of a sample.
And that's exactly what time we're living in now. Yeah. Especially when it comes to female rappers, I'm gonna be honest, the same beat I've heard over and over in every starter female rapper's career is Kaya's what is it? Fuck.
I said money.
No, my neck, my back. Yes, yeah, that one. Every literally every up and coming female rapper we've seen in the media nowadays has used that beat in some type of way, and it's like, don't get me wrong, it's good, but nobody has definitely made it better than the original song.
Or like people sample a lot of Trina's stuff too.
Yes, and it's not like it's like, don't get me wrong, I love the influence, but where is the level, like where it levels up? You gotta make it your own.
Because it's gonna blend in with everybody else's stuff. So that's why I say, if you got that pen and you could push it and do it, but if you can't, then make room, because baby, I'm coming in style.
Okay.
My music influences are Nicki Minaj and Ivy Queen and Lil Wayne. I grew up in that era. Okay. So those are my two English influences, because my mama, I mentioned it before, like my mama didn't grow up listening to that because she's Colombian. She only grew up listening to Spanish music. And reggaeton is still fairly new. You know, it's a new genre. It wasn't around forever and ever. It stemmed from reggae music. So growing up, I listened to Ivy Queen. I'll never forget the first time I heard her. I was on like this really old MP3, the silver MP3, and I'm in my auntie's house. And I put it in, and it's my mama's MP3, right?
You know how long ago that was?
Yes. Like with the headphones, you gotta like crinkle them right so they could work.
Machine, you can put it in and you play on the stereo.
Yes. So it was like that time.
That's
and I'm listening to it, and I'm like, I asked my mom, I'm like, who's this boy rapping? She's like, baby, that's not a boy, that's a woman. I love deep voices. Like, that's, I have a thing for that. And I said, that's a girl. What? And then I started looking into who she is. I'm like, oh my God. Please, y'all go look her up. You
said her name is Ivy Queen?
Ivy Queen,
I'm going to have to look do you have a favorite song by her?
My favorite songs, it's actually a feature, because she just was the hardest one out of all of them. It's called 12 Disciples. And it's like the 12 people who really came up with reggaeton. Not like only them, but they're like the most known for it. So Daddy Yankee's on the song, stuff like that. Fat Joe got his ties with Ivy Queen, and her verse was the best one. She's like, "Quítate tú." The first even line, she said like, "Move over." Like, the heifer's here, the boss is here.
I like that type of energy.
So like, just her vibe, her energy is like, I love that. And especially being in New York at a young age, a lot of the times I was in the studio with only men, and that's literally the energy I had to bring. Like, we would be in the studio freestyling, right? And I'm very soft-spoken, and I'll start freestyling, and at first people wouldn't really hear me, and then I had to elevate my voice, stand on my 10, and then people like, hold on, what's she saying? You know, like, and that's just always the aura I've had to bring in, especially being independent, a woman. You gotta be like that. So I really look up to her, and Nicki Minaj as well, because she exudes the same exact type of aura. Love her.
Crack that tea. Yeah. I'm like, when you create your music now?
Of course. Because sometimes if you could really catch it, sometimes I'll have bars that like are paying homage to them, like Nicki or Ivy Queen or even Lil Wayne, because I still listen to their old songs to this day. And it really influences me to push my pen. I've never had nobody write nothing for me. Nothing for me. So that's really dear to my heart. I feel like I'm not gonna say ain't nothing wrong with it, because me, I feel like it's kind of phony being a rapper and having like people write your stuff, because that's like acting to me, because rapping is like literally like poetry. That you gotta write it.
Because it's more like a script and you just reading off the lines.
I feel like it's more different for singers could get by with that, because you're really singing, you know. But a rapper is like, your rapping has to be your words.
Yeah, it's how you feel and how you want to present. I respect that though.
So that's something I hold dear to me, and since there are artists that do that. That's why I look up to them.
Do you feel like writing is very important to be a writer? Like, know how to write your own songs?
Definitely. And me, I'm also like very business oriented. It's like, why wouldn't you want to write your own stuff? You have more of a piece of the pie. You can write for other people, write commercials like me, do scripts and all types of things. So why wouldn't you? I feel like you have more power and where you have more knowledge, and writing is one of those things. So yeah, write your own music for sure.